Hey guys, Dennis here, Muddy Water Search and Recovery. And I know this is different, but I haven't come on and discussed a case for quite some time, really. So I wanted to come on tonight and just go over Billie and Mary Black's case. Billie and Mary Black went missing out of Atchison, Kansas, September 11th of 2009. So just want to kind of walk through this one again. And we'll start with Billie. Billie was 74 years old when they went missing. 6 foot tall, 190 pounds, gray or partially gray hair, partially bald with a receding hairline. He may have some gray facial hair as seen in the picture there. He has brown eyes and he may be wearing glasses. He does have difficulty walking as a result of his medical conditions. And the last date of contact was September 11th of 2009. And him and his wife were seen driving away from their home on that day. Next, we have Mary. Mary is 5'1", 115 pounds, gray hair and brown eyes. She is suffering from Alzheimer's disease, and she may not recall her identity, and she also wears glasses. This vehicle here, this is not their vehicle, but they were seen driving away in their light blue four-door 1990 Honda Civic, Kansas license plate number AWX 605. And I believe it was a neighbor reported seeing them driving away, and they never made it back home. And for those who may not know, Atchison, Kansas is in northeast Kansas. So let's kind of jump into this a bit. Billie and Mary was last seen leaving their home in Atchison, Kansas, September 11th, 2009 at around 8:15 p.m. They drove away from their home on Pacific Street in Atchison, Kansas, traveling south on Pacific Street in their light blue four-door 1990 Honda Civic. The couple never returned to their home, and the couple and their vehicle have never been located. Billie has severe diabetes, which requires medication or insulin, and he has trouble walking due to his medical condition. A search of their home after they were reported missing showed that the lights were left on in the home. Both of their driver's licenses, a checkbook, cash, and Billie's diabetes medication were still in the home. Billie and Mary grew up together in Orick, Missouri, and graduated high school there. Billie went to engineering school. He joined the Air Force and eventually became a plant manager at an Atchison aluminum factory. And Mary attended the University of Central Missouri and later taught school. They did have one son together. By the time of their disappearance, both Billie and Mary had severe health problems. Billie was stressed from having to care for Mary, and at one point, reportedly told their son that it would be better for him if his parents were not around. Authorities and members of the Black's family believe they are no longer alive. One theory is that they drove accidentally or intentionally into the Missouri River. Little evidence is available in their cases, and their disappearances remain unsolved. It has been, and this is something I found in an article yesterday. It's been stated by authorities that there have been several possible sightings of them, but they have discounted all of those. Um, turns out it wasn't who the people thought that it was. It wasn't Billie and Mary. Neighbors described the blacks as quiet and kind of reclusive. In the search for them, law enforcement conducted air searches. They dragged area lakes and rivers and even had a countywide search. And I know there were other teams that have come up to Atchison and done some searches. AWP has been there. Chaos Divers has been there. We have gone and done multiple searches. We have multiple searches lined up to do in this particular case. And so far, no evidence or anything has been found. I know on Adventures with Purpose, their video of their search there in Atchison, Billie and Mary's son did come on their video for just a bit. And it did come up the possibility of this being like an end of life situation with their health problems. You know, did they decide to take that step and go out together? Their son made the comment that Billie wasn't that sentimental like that. He wasn't a sentimental type of person. For me personally, it still raises the question, you know, beyond the sentimental side of that, with the health problems they're both struggling with, you know, in the comment Billie made to his son, did Billie decide to do this because he was stressed, worn out, whatever that case may be? There's no evidence that that's what happened, and there's no evidence that it didn't. Basically, it's all still a big question. Now, I know a lot of areas around the Atchison, Kansas location has been searched. So we do have more locations in Atchison that we will be on. And if we find those are clear, then we are likely going to move our search efforts over towards Orick, Missouri, the area that Billie and Mary both grew up in. And we have some locations over there we want to get checked out. But typically, a case like this, you know, 2 to 5 miles from the house is typically where you're going to find something. So we want to make sure the area around Atchison is completely clear before expanding the scope of that search to other locations. But just once again, another very sad story, and hopefully we're able to help bring them home. When they talked about Mary's medical condition with her Alzheimer's, a lot of times she didn't know who Billie was. It was even said at one point she hit him with the frying pan because she didn't recognize him. She was scared. So this couple medically were really going through, having a hard time with it. And it's so sad that even today, you know, with Alzheimer's and stuff, you know, I've had family members who've had that. And between that and Parkinson's, unfortunately, we lost them. But that was a really, really tough road to go down. So this family went through it, and just heartbreaking as all get out. But we are definitely going to continue doing everything we can to try to help bring them home. I want to touch on something real quick. Tonight, I announced a couple days ago, I believe it was Monday or Tuesday, that I'd be on here tonight talking about this case. Alex wasn't able to join tonight. He's in a class tonight. and Dan wasn't able to join tonight. He's talking with somebody on another case right now that hopefully there will be some big updates come on it. I don't want to get into that right now, but that's where those guys are. They weren't able to be over here tonight. I know both of them would have liked to have been here. Billie and Mary Black. The first time Alex and Tammy joined us on a search, it was for Billie and Mary Black. And turns out that's the same day that they become official team members with Muddy Waters. So this case has, and I don't want to say the wrong thing here, but it's got sentimental feelings and stuff with us. And, we've stated before, we do get an emotional attachment to these cases. It's hard not to. And this is one of them. And they really need to be brought home. Their son deserves to know where his parents are, what happened, and he deserves to be able to lay them to rest properly. So we will continue doing everything that we can on this case. If any of you guys have a location of interest that you feel needs to be searched in this case, please send that over to our email. As always, it is in the video description, and we will take a look at that and add that to our search list. A couple of the areas in Atchison that we are going to search, I know another team, and I don't want to say which one, but I know another team has run sonar on at least one of these locations. But we're going to go ahead and run sonar again on those locations. Not in any way trying to say they may not have done a good job or they may have missed something, but it's just for me on a personal note to know that that particular spot is cleared. I know on satellite imaging there, at one time there was something there that stuck out. It didn't really have a shape, but just something about it stuck out. And so we want to get on those spots, confirm that they are cleared. The Missouri River, between the efforts that law enforcement did when they went missing, and then Adventures with Purpose running sonar from the boat ramps in Atchison downstream, I'm not sure that they went in there. Not saying that they're not in the river. They very well may be, but that area is really, really questionable to me. But if needed, I've got no problem going out there, running sonar, seeing what we can find. And if the ponds that we're going to be searching are cleared, that is something I do want to do, is run sonar from the furthest boat ramp and run it. I'll probably go a mile or two beyond what we know previous search efforts went to, just to know for certain there's nothing down there. I don't believe there would be, but we're not going to know until we do the search and find out. So we will be doing that as well, but we want to get the ponds and stuff searched first, make sure they're cleared. We've been on some of them already, but we want to be thorough and just be able to mark those off. Sonar, as sophisticated as it is, it's still not a sure thing. If you hit at a bad angle or something, then that object may not even look like a vehicle and could easily be overlooked. So we want to make sure to go in and double check everything. So hopefully we will be able to help bring them home, or somebody that somebody else that goes out searching. Just at the end of the day, all that matters is this couple is brought home. So, guys, again, any information on this case, any locations of interest you want to see searched, please email us. The email's in the video description. We will get that added on to our search list, and we'll get that taken care of. So, guys, you all enjoy the rest of your Thursday night. We will be back live on Sunday night when we do our annual Night of Thanks live feed, and we hope to see you all there. You guys take care. Until next time, you all stay safe.